Let me ask you something right now. What if the thing you've been fighting, the thing that keeps you up at night, the thing you wish would just go away, is actually the very thing that's meant to lift you to a level you've never reached before? Most people spend their lives trying to avoid pain. They run from discomfort. They numb themselves. They distract themselves. And then they wonder why they feel stuck, why life feels small, why they're not growing. But here's the truth most people never hear: growth does not come from comfort. It never has, it never will. Think about it. Every breakthrough you've ever had came after a breakdown. Every new level of strength came after pressure. Muscles don't grow without resistance. Character doesn't form without challenge. And destiny doesn't reveal itself in easy moments. It shows up when you're tested. The challenge you're facing right now isn't random. It's not punishment. It's not life being unfair. It's a signal. A signal that you're being called to become more than who you've been. Life doesn't give its toughest battles to the weakest people. It gives them to the ones who have the capacity to rise. But here's where people get it wrong. They ask, why is this happening to me? Instead of asking, what is this trying to build in me? Because the moment you change the question, you change the meaning. And when you change the meaning, you change your life. With that obstacle in front of you, it's not blocking your path, it is the path. The fear you feel, that's not a stop sign, it's an indicator that you're standing at the edge of expansion. The pressure you're under right now, pressure creates diamonds when you don't collapse under it. I've seen people turn the loss of everything into the creation of something extraordinary. I've seen rejection forge leaders. I've seen pain create purpose, not because those people were lucky, but because they decided that their challenges would not define them, they would refine them. You see, life is always training you. Every moment, every setback, every failure is asking you one question: who are you going to become because of this? Are you going to let it shrink you, or are you going to let it shape you? Most people quit right before the breakthrough. They misinterpret resistance as a sign to stop, when in reality it's a sign they're close. The higher you're meant to go, the more intense the climb feels. The greater the vision, the heavier the weight you must learn to carry. And here's the shift that changes everything. Stop seeing challenges as enemies. Start seeing them as instructors. That challenge is teaching you discipline. That setback is building resilience. That failure is sharpening your focus. That pain is deepening your compassion and strength. You don't rise in spite of your struggles. You rise because of them. The very thing you think is holding you down is developing the muscles you'll need at the next level of your life. Because the next level demands a stronger you, a more focused you, a more grounded you. So don't curse the climb. Don't resent the resistance. Don't wish the challenge away. Lean into it. Learn from it. Use it. Let it push you to places comfort never could. Because one day, you'll look back and realize the moment you thought would break you was the moment that built you. What challenges you most is often what can elevate you the highest if you decide to rise instead of retreat. Your greatest challenges are not accidents. They are not mistakes in the design of your life. They are signals, clear, deliberate signals that you are standing at the edge of growth. Most people misunderstand this. They see difficulty and assume something has gone wrong. They feel resistance and believe they should turn back. But life doesn't work that way. Life only challenges you at the level it knows you can handle. And when the challenge increases, it's because the demand for who you must become has increased as well. Every major level up in your life has required a version of you that didn't exist before the struggle showed up. You didn't become stronger and then face the challenge. The challenge came first, and strength was built in response to it. That's how growth works. Pressure precedes power. Uncertainty precedes clarity. Discomfort precedes expansion. If you remove the challenge, you remove the reason to grow. Think about the moments that shaped you the most. Not the easy days, not the comfortable routines. It was the moments when you were tested, when you were afraid, when you were forced to make decisions without guarantees. Those moments demanded more focus, more courage, more resilience. And whether you realized it at the time or not, they were preparing you for something bigger than where you were. The mistake people make is asking the wrong question. They ask, why is this happening to me? That question weakens you because it puts you in the position of a victim. But when you ask, what is this trying to grow in me? Everything changes. Now the challenge has purpose. Now the struggle has direction. Now you are no longer being attacked by life. You are being trained by it. Challenges reveal gaps. They show you where you lack skill, discipline, belief, or emotional control. But those gaps are not insults. They are invitations. They point directly to the areas where growth will unlock the next level of your life. If everything were easy, you would never see what needs strengthening. You would stay exactly as you are and exactly where you are. Most people spend their energy trying to eliminate challenges instead of mastering themselves. They want life to get easier, but the truth is life gets better when you get stronger. The goal is not a problem-free existence. The goal is to become the kind of person who can handle bigger problems with greater ease, greater confidence, and greater clarity. When a challenge shows up, it's because the old version of you is no longer sufficient. The habits that once worked are no longer enough. The mindset that carried you this far cannot carry you further. That's not failure. That's evolution. Life is saying it's time to upgrade how you think, how you act, how you decide, how you commit. Avoiding challenges might give you temporary comfort, but it guarantees long-term limitation. Facing challenges demands energy, courage, and discipline, but it builds momentum that compounds over time. Every challenge you meet strengthens your identity. You begin to trust yourself more. You begin to see proof that you can adapt, endure, and overcome. That self-trust becomes the foundation for confidence that no external circumstance can take away. The challenges you resist will repeat themselves. The challenges you face will transform you. Life keeps presenting the lesson until it's learned, because the goal is not to punish you, it's to prepare you. When you finally lean in instead of pulling back, you realize the challenge was never there to stop you. It was there to shape you. This is why the size of your challenge often reflects the size of your potential. Small lives rarely demand big growth. Big callings require deep transformation. The greater the impact you are capable of making, the more life will ask of you internally before it gives you anything externally. So when the pressure rises, when the road steepens, when the weight feels heavier than before, understand what that means. It means you are being invited to step into a higher standard, to develop new strength, to build deeper discipline, to access a level of focus and resolve you haven't needed until now. It means life sees something in you that comfort never could reveal. Resistance and pressure are not signs that something is wrong with your life. They are evidence that something important is being formed within you. Most people interpret pressure as a warning, as if life is telling them to stop, slow down, or turn back. But pressure is not a signal to retreat. It is a signal to rise. Every force that pushes against you is shaping how strong you must become to move forward. Nothing powerful is created without resistance. Strength is born from strain. Focus is forged under tension. Clarity emerges when you are forced to decide under uncertainty. If everything were easy, there would be no reason to develop discipline, no reason to sharpen your instincts, no reason to grow beyond your current limits. Comfort does not build capacity. Pressure does. When life applies pressure, it exposes what is real. It reveals habits you rely on, beliefs you cling to, and weaknesses you've ignored. Pressure strips away illusions. It shows you where you react emotionally instead of responding intentionally. It shows you where fear controls your decisions. And while that exposure can feel uncomfortable, it is also incredibly valuable. You cannot strengthen what you refuse to see. Most people try to escape pressure instead of using it. They distract themselves. They complain. They look for shortcuts. But pressure doesn't go away by avoiding it. It either follows you or it multiplies. When you face it directly, something shifts. You begin to realize that pressure is not crushing you, it's conditioning you. Like weight on a barbell. It only becomes destructive when you refuse to engage it properly. Resistance works the same way. Every meaningful pursuit comes with friction. If you are building something worthwhile, there will be obstacles, delays, and moments of doubt. Resistance is the natural byproduct of progress. The moment you stop encountering resistance is often the moment you stop growing. No resistance means no demand, no stretch, no evolution. Resistance teaches you how to focus. When everything is smooth, attention drifts. When resistance appears, you are forced to concentrate. You are forced to prioritize. You are forced to decide what truly matters and what does not. That focus becomes a skill, one that sharpens your ability to execute under pressure, to stay calm in chaos, to lead when others freeze. Pressure also develops emotional control. When stakes are low, anyone can stay composed. But when the weight is heavy and the outcome matters, your emotions try to take over. Pressure gives you the opportunity to train yourself not to panic, not to overreact, not to collapse into old patterns. Each time you choose discipline over impulse, you build inner authority. Clarity is another gift pressure delivers. When options are endless, indecision thrives. When pressure limits time and resources, clarity emerges. You learn quickly what works and what doesn't. You learn where to invest energy and where to withdraw it. Pressure simplifies life by forcing you to align your actions with your highest priorities. People often say they want confidence, but confidence is not something you wait for. Confidence is built by surviving pressure and realizing you are still standing. It comes from keeping promises to yourself when it's difficult. It comes from acting despite fear. Resistance provides the proving ground. Without it, confidence remains theoretical. Pressure also builds humility and resilience at the same time. It humbles you by showing you that you don't control everything, and it strengthens you by showing you that you can adapt to almost anything. This balance keeps you grounded while pushing you forward. It prevents arrogance while cultivating strength. The most important thing to understand is this: pressure and resistance do not diminish you. They define you. They shape how you think, how you decide, how you respond when things don't go according to plan. They turn potential into capability. They transform intention into identity. When you stop fighting pressure and start using it, you become unstoppable. You no longer see difficulty as a threat. You see it as a training ground. You stop asking for life to be easier and start demanding more from yourself. And in that shift, you access levels of strength, clarity, and purpose that were always there, waiting to be activated.